It's the first time Assad has taken a trip outside Syria since the war there began 4 years ago. Now, news from the meeting says the two men talked about the joint military campaign underway in Syria against Islamist militants. Our Moscow correspondent Joshua Yaffa has more.
It's still a bit unclear as to why this meeting happened exactly yesterday, what the two men spoke about. Again, it was a meeting that was kept secret from the press and the public beforehand, only announced after the fact. Whether Assad is even still in Moscow or has already returned to Syria is also unclear. Putin began by talking about the threat of international terrorism. He used an interesting figure, saying that there were 4,000 fighters in Syria from the territory of the former Soviet Union, so not just Russia, but other republics neighboring Russia, and hinted that those fighters were a potential threat to Russia, one that they had to counteract or preempt by launching these military strikes in Syria. Both Putin and Assad seem to hint at the fact that the current military action in Syria, from the air by Russia, from the ground by Syrian forces backed up by Hezbollah and Iranian forces, were about essentially creating some military momentum for some sort of political process or solution. What that might actually look like, how serious the parties are about that, of course, remain big questions. But both Putin and Assad, in different ways, again, seems to suggest that what Russia is doing in terms of its airstrikes, what Assad is doing in terms of its the Syrian ground offensive, it's about recapturing territory, giving momentum to the Assad side, to the government side in this war, with both Putin and Assad apparently thinking that will give Assad some advantage if there is some political process that might happen down the line.
That's Joshua Yaffa there reporting from Moscow.